and good morning to all my lovely students out there. I welcome you all for today's English class. Students, I hope all of you are fit and fine, right? Yes. And do you know, students, what we have done in our previous class? Yes, in our last class, we have done with regards to rhyming words. Now, what are rhyming words? Let us recall that. Rhyming words are words that have same ending sound, right? Boy, toy, right? In the last class, we have seen a lot of rhyming words, and I have also given you some rhyming words to pair up, right? And all of you have done a great job. And I've asked you all to read the poem My Kite and to find out the rhyming words in that particular poem. So in today's class, students, what are we going to do? We are going to learn how to read a poem. It's a wonderful poem. It talks about a boy who loves to fly kite. Alright? He loves to fly kite and then he expresses how the kite flies. I'm sure all of you love to do different activities, right? Some of you love to dance, some of you love to sing, some of you love to draw, paint, do various activities. And when we do that activity, we feel happy, right? So it's a poem about a boy who loves to fly kite. Okay? And then he expresses how the kite moves in the poem, and also he says that he feels very happy when he flies a kite. Now, students, tell me, how many of you have flown a kite? I'm sure many of you have, right? And most of the boys maybe love flying a kite. And many of you have seen other people flying a kite, right? So what are the things a kite is made up of? Yes? Paper, right? And then what else? Yes, sticks and other material you require to draw or to make a kite. So let's read, students. As we read the poem, I request all of you to take out your English textbook. That is part 2, not part 1. Okay, part 2, page number 3. As I read out the poem, all of you should, what you should do? Yes, you should point out your finger on the textbook. As I read, you please read aloud with me and also point your fingers on the line which we are reading. And poem should be read aloud. No, read the poem aloud. And whenever there's a full stop, please stop. Whenever there's a comma, wait for a while, and then whenever there's a question mark, you change the tone of your voice. So, students, let's read the poem. Page number 3 of your English textbook. Part 2. Flip, flap, rises my kite, up and up in the sky. That is so blue and bright. Flip, flap, goes my kite, sometimes to my left and sometimes to my right. Flip, flap, flies my kite, high and high above. It fills me with delight. Alright, students, let's try one more time, and also let us try to underline some of the new words. Okay. Flip, flap. Why did I stop after saying flip, flap for a second? Because there is an exclamation mark given there. Okay. Flip, flap means the movement of the kite. That means sometimes it's going up, sometimes it's going left, right. So it is the motion or the movement of the kite. Rises my kite. So there you can see the word rises being written in bold words, right? That means very dark. Okay, it's a new word, rises. Up and up in the sky that is so blue and bright. Bright is also a new word, right? We can underline it. Flip, flap, goes my kite. Why did I stop here? Because there is a comma here. So you have to wait a bit. Sometimes to my left and sometimes to my right. So please underline the word left and right as well. Flip, flap, flies my kite high and high above. Please underline the word above. It fills me with delight. And also underline the word delight. So students, you will practice the poem in this manner. You will stop when it is a full stop is given. When a comma is given, you will pause a bit, okay? And you will read the poem aloud. Please practice it. Now there are around 6 new words there. So we will just try to understand the new words. Alright, so the first new word is rises. What is the meaning of rises? Rises means goes up. Many of us have seen the sun rising, right? That means going up. So rises, how you will show the action? Goes up. Word number 2 is bright. Bright means what? Filled with light. In the evening time when it is getting darker, all of a sudden if you switch on the light, the room becomes very bright. No? Bright means what? Filled with light. So you can show as bright. Alright students? So the third one is left. Left is the direction. You can just show left. It is a direction. And also right. Right is also a direction. Left means this side, right means this side. Alright? And above. Above means this is the textbook. My hand is just above the textbook. So how can you do the action? Like this, above, right? So what is the meaning of above? At a higher level than something. So this is my hand. This is above. The other hand is above this hand, right? Above my left hand. So how can we do the action? Above or something like that. Above, right? And the last word is delight. Delight means immense happiness. When you get gifts, when you watch cartoons, or when you eat chocolates, you are very happy, very excited. It gives you happiness. So that is called delight. So that is extreme happiness. So how can you do the action? Delight. Alright students. So students, in today's class, what have we done? We have learned how to read a poem, and also we have seen 6 new words. That is rises, goes up, and then we have learned bright, that is filled with light. We have learned left, that is the direction left. We have learned the direction right, right? And we have learned above, that is something above, over something. And the last word was delight, that means happiness, right? So students, you can write these words in your English copy and also frame one simple sentence with these words. So that's all for today, students. In our next class, we'll try to understand the poem. Okay, students? So take care. Bye-bye.